Hi friends, welcome to Amrita IAS Academy. My name is Balakrishna Inoval. So I take history classes. So what syllabus is there for mains examination related with this history that we have to see. So what are the areas? So here in main examination, in every paper almost you have to write 15 questions. Each question carries 10 marks. Each question carries 10 marks. So allocated time 3 hours. 3 hours means 180 minutes. In 180 minutes, we have to write 15 questions. Okay. So with this, at least what time we are going to get to write a question? So only 12 minutes. Within 12 minutes, we have to write so answer for one question, right? Like that, in 3 hours, you have to complete all the questions. Don't leave any question. So if you leave one question, you will lose 10 marks. If you leave two questions, you will lose, so there is 20 marks. You will lose 20 marks. Out of 130, it is not possible to get 100 above marks. Anyhow, in group 1 examination, if you secure 100 above marks, there is every possibility to get interview. That's very important. That's why without leaving even a single question you have to answer. That answer must be up to the mark. You have to write your answer in 150, 200 words. Below 200 words only you have to write. So then only, so you can manage time. Otherwise, it becomes tough. Okay. Then coming to this one, you see paper 2, history, culture and geography. Geography, that is there, that is for 50 marks. Indian history, that is for 50 marks. And at the same time, AP history, that is also for 50 marks. Here, you have to write question and answer only. So you see the syllabus. Prehistoric cultures in Indus Valley, civilization, Vedic culture, Mahajanapadas, like that. So there is area that is there. History, okay. Prehistoric cultures in India, especially Indus Valley civilization, Vedic civilization, Mahajanapadas, emergence of new religions, Jainism, Buddhism, okay. So there is Mauryas, Ashoka Dharma, Shatavahanas, like that. Here, they are all there, okay. In the examination, how the question is asked? Write about, so there is town planning of Indus Valley civilization, town planning. How this town planning that was made by, designed by Indus Valley people. You have to write town planning of Indus Valley civilization. First of all, when you write this question and answer, you have to write introduction. Okay, Indus Valley civilization excavation started in the year 1921 and as at John Marshall. One of the noblest civilizations came to light. Okay. The contemporary civilizations which existed in India, in the world during that time, Mesopotamia civilization, Egypt civilization, China civilization, they are the contemporary civilizations continued. Okay. So along with those civilizations in India, one of the most noblest civilizations, most important civilization that came to light was Indus Valley civilization. Then you have to write town planning. What town planning? Wide and lengthy roads are established by them. Roads cut at right angle. Grid system that was followed by them. Okay. Garbage bins were established by these people. Lamp posts were established by these people. Okay. At the same time, so this underground drainage system that was well established by them. Beside the roads, houses were established. 3-storied houses, 2-storied houses by using burnt bricks. There was no, so these doors, they did not establish doors, right? So like that, town planning of Indus Valley. Each and everything in group 1 main examination, question, answer like that. Otherwise, so what are the features of Indus Valley civilization? How this Indus Valley civilization declined, like that question. Then what are the causes for the decline of Indus Valley civilization? We have to. Otherwise, socio-economic religious conditions of Indus Valley civilization. Each and everything we are going to discuss in this especially mains examination. Then Vedic culture. Write about the features of early Vedic civilization, or socio-economic conditions of early Vedic, or socio-economic conditions of later Vedic civilization, like that. Question may be asked, you must be thorough. Emergence of new religions. Principles of Jainism and Buddhism, or what differences are there between Jainism and Buddhism. Okay, so then differences you have to write. What differences are there means, so in Jainism what difference we can see, in Buddhism what difference we can see, that you have to write. Jainism and Buddhism, or principles of Jainism, and what is the contribution of Jainism to Indian society, contribution of Buddhism to Indian society. Are Buddhist principles applicable to Indian society present day? Present day, so are they applicable, Buddhist principles? Because 6th century BC only Gautama Buddha preached all the principles. Are they applicable to Indian society present day like that? If the question is asked, you have to apply them. Okay. So they have to apply them and you have to, whether they are applicable or not in this, they are really applicable. Even today also they are applicable, but one should follow. If you follow, they are applicable. If you won't follow, not applicable. Because, for example, Dowry Prohibition Act that is passed by the government in the year 1961. If you execute, if you follow, it's okay. So, but without dowry, no marriage is taking place. Dowry Prohibition Act is there. Okay, but who is following? Like that, one should follow, then only, so it will come into force. Otherwise, it is not possible. Like that, Buddhist principles, Jain principles, rise of Magadha, age of this Mauryas, so like that. In this especially, how Ashoka Dharma is different from Buddhist Dharma. How Ashoka Dharma is different from Buddhist Dharma, like that question is asked. That you have to write. Otherwise, how Ashoka Dharma? So there is applicable to society, like that question may be asked. So then foreign invasions, especially in this Kushan dynasty. So Kushan dynasty, Kanishka's character may be asked. How Kanishka was one of the important rulers, contribution of Kanishka to society, like that. Then Shatavahana, Sangame, South India, like the Shatavahana's period, social conditions, economic conditions, religious conditions, or literature, art and architecture developed in the period of Shatavahanas. How literature, art and architecture developed. Otherwise, so there is social conditions, economic conditions, all these conditions may be asked. So that's why whichever the question is asked. Okay. So if introduction is there, you can write 1-2 points introduction. Shatavahanas are the first people who administered Andhra Desha. Nearly 450 years they administered. Rising sun and lion, they are the symbols of this one. 3 capitals existed to Shatavahanas. Like that, you can write 1-2 lines introduction. Then you can go to literature, art and architecture. What literature is there? Prakrit language, Sanskrit language, they developed well in this period. Okay. So what are the important books came to light in the period of this one? Hala Shatavahana wrote the book Gadha Saptasati. It begins with Shiva Slokam, ends with Parvati Slokam. Okay, it said about the conditions of society. Like that, so you have to write important points. Sangam literature, that is one. South India, so especially what happened? Sungas. Okay. So the Shatavahanas we are calling Shatavahana Empire. So that is one of the important areas. Then South India, Sungas, Guptas. Gupta's period, definitely we can expect one question from this for group 1 examination. So how can you say that Chandragupta II's period is called Golden Age? How can you say that? Okay, this Gupta's period is called Golden Age. Here we are going to frame in every chapter. First chapter is there, second chapter is there. In every chapter you have to write only one question. They are going to ask 2 questions. One big question, 2 short questions. Otherwise 2 big questions also. Okay. So like that you have to write in every chapter 1 question only. But we are going to discuss in every chapter 10 to 15 questions also. Without leaving any topic. Without leaving any topic, we are going to discuss 10 to 15 questions in every chapter. Minimum 10 questions. Okay. So if you learn these 10 questions, definitely you are going to write so 2 questions also. Okay. So they will ask 2 questions. Out of 2, you can write 2 also. You can select one. The best one you can select. So which one you can write well, that you can select. Right. So like that. So that's all. Contribution of historical accounts of foreign travelers. Suppose if it is asked, so Fahian, so he came. Huyen Sang, he came. So foreign travelers accounts. What important points they are there? What they said like that? So that early educational institutions. Early educational institutions we are calling educational centers are Ghatikas. After that, universities also came into force, you know well. Okay. So in the period of Gupta's university that was established. So after that also universities came into a force. So you have to learn all these important universities, you can say. Okay. So there is especially Buddhist university that was also started in Nagarjunakonda. Takshashila University, that you know well. Okay. So like that, so universities you have to. Earliest universities, you have to remember. So like this, only one question only you have to write in every chapter. We are going to discuss 10 questions or so. So, and that becomes easy for you. And each and every question we are going to discuss, and important points we are going to write on the board. Okay, each and every point, important points we are writing on the board. You can make notes, you can listen once, twice, thrice also. Then definitely you can learn the things. Okay, some people, what they say in the sense, it is very tough to appear group 1 examination. To secure job in group 1 is, it is not so easy like that they say, but it is not so tough. It all depends on your hard work only. If you do hard work, 100% you are going to do justice. So your question must be below 200 words, because going on writing 3 pages, 4 pages, you can't get time. Okay, within 1 hour, so there is the first section you have to finish off 5 questions. Second section within 1 hour. Third section 1 hour. 5 questions are there in first section. 5 questions are there in second section. 5 questions are there in third section. Okay. In main examination, it is all descriptive only. It is completely descriptive. It is not objective. Prelim examination, it is only MCQs, you know well. Objective only. But this is descriptive. That's why you have to remember. You see second chapter, Pallavas. In Pallavas, the question is expected. How literature, art and architecture developed in the period of Pallavas. Then you have to write Pallavas. Modern Pallavas came to power. Pallavas period, how this literature developed. Art and architecture developed. Okay, that you heard. Badami Chalukyas, the Eastern Chalukyas. Eastern Chalukyas, that's also one area that you have to. So Eastern Chalukyas, that is one. So then Rashtrakutas, Chalukyas of especially Kalyani Chalukyas, then Cholas, socio-cultural contributions, so language, literature, architecture, all these you know well. So in the examination, write about local self-government of Cholas, the question that is asked. Write about local self-government of Cholas. Here today also we have local self-government, that is Panchayat Raj system, which is recommended by Balvantaraya Mehta committee. In the same way, during the period of Cholas, they divided the kingdom into mandalams. Mandalams were divided into Valanadus. Valanadus are divided into Nadus. Nadu is also called, so Kuttam or Kurram, like that. So after that only village, Grama. Grama, that was divided into wards. 30 wards existed in every village. Ward is called Kudumbu. Ward is called what? Kudumbu. For this Kudumbu, elections were also conducted through lottery system. Okay. So what are the qualifications to contest in the elections of Kudumbu? Ward. So all these we have to write in local self-government of Cholas. So if local self-government is there, immediately problems can be solved without any delay. Immediately that will come to the notice of village. So, and village will take necessary measures to solve the problems. Like that, local self-government is very, very important, right? So, like that question may be asked in the examination. So, art and architecture also may be. Write about the literature, art and architecture developed in the period of Cholas, like that question may be asked. You have to. So, we are going to frame questions and so they are displayed on the board. When we discuss all the main examination, in every chapter, what are the questions we are going to discuss? So you will see on the board at the same time each and every question we are going to explain, right? So like that becomes easy for you. Then Delhi Sultanate, that is also there. So Delhi Sultanate, especially what happened, 5 dynasties, Slave dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Sayyid Lodi dynasties. Here literature, art and architecture of Delhi Sultanate, like that question may be asked. Otherwise, Alauddin Khilji's market reforms. Write about Alauddin Khilji's market reforms, then you have to write only market reforms only. So this Muhammad bin Tughlaq is there. So whatever the program started by Muhammad bin Tughlaq proved failure. Discuss. Okay. The programs which are started by Tughlaq, they completely failed. So there is, so write in brief, like that question may be asked. Otherwise, so he was called mentally deranged. Discuss. Like that question may be asked. You have to answer each and everything. So like that is one. There is especially Delhi Sultanate, that is one. Advent of Islam and its impact, religious movements. Religious movements, especially Bhakti Sufi movements. In Bhakti Sufi movements, what are the important principles of Bhakti movement? or Sufi movement like that, sometimes question may be asked. Otherwise, so you write about Adi Shankaracharya's principles, okay, Advaita philosophy, Visishta Advaita philosophy, or Dvaita philosophy like that. Short questions only, they are expected to short question, okay, like that. So here Bhakti Sufi movements, its influence. Growth of vernacular languages, script, sometimes it may be asked in the examination for short question or it may not be. Fine art, socio-cultural conditions, so etc. Right? Literature, art, socio-cultural conditions which existed in the period of this Kakatiyas, Vijayanagar Empire. Vijayanagar Empire, Kakatiyas, they are very, very important. In this especially Kakatiyas, if you see, write about socio-economic religious conditions of Kakatiyas, or literature, art and architecture developed in the period of Kakatiyas, because so many temples are established by these Kakatiyas, you know well. Okay, so there is Ramappa temple that was established by Raycharla Rudra. Ramappa was another architect, he played very important role, that's why it is called Ramappa temple. Originally, the statue that is there in the temple was Kshira Ramalingeshwara Swami. In Ramappa temple, Kshira Ramalingeshwara Swami statue that is there. How the architecture that was done. Nagini statues they are there. Nandi statue that is there. The bricks they will float on water. So like that, art and architecture that is important. Where can we see the paintings of Kakatiyas? Okay, so this painting hall that was established there in Warangal, right? So like that, all these important areas, especially descriptive only, not objective. You have to write each and every point in para-wise. You have to write. So languages, etc. Then Vijayanagar Empire, that is also important. How can you say that in Vijayanagar period? Okay, Krishnadevaraya's period, he is called. There is a golden age for art and architecture, like that question is asked. His period is called golden age for art and architecture, literature, because Ashtadhiggajas lived in the period of Sri Krishnadevarayalu. That's why only he was called Sangeeta Sahitya Samarangana Sarvabhauma. Okay, Ashtadhiggajas you know well. Allasani Peddana, Nandi Timmana, Madayagari Mallana, Durjeti. So there is Ayalaraj Ramabhadra. So there is Tenali Ramakrishna, Bhattumurti, Pingaliswaran, all these lived in the court of this one. Literature well developed or well advanced, we can say, right? So like that, literature, art and architecture, in every topic that is very, very important. Conditions are important. Social conditions, economic conditions, religious conditions, all these also important. Then Bahmani Empire. Alauddin Hasan Gangu, Bahman Shah only, the founder of Bahmani Empire, that was started in the year 1347. So that also you have to remember. Bahmani is also moved. Qutub Shahi dynasty. Qutub Shahis of Golconda. This Bahmani Empire disintegrated and 5 kingdoms came into force. One in that was Qutub Shahis of Golconda. Okay, Qutub Shahi dynasty. In the examination mains, they will ask literature, art and architecture developed in the period of Qutub Shahi dynasty. Okay, Qutub Shahi dynasty people, Sultan Quli Qutub Shah was the first one, then Jamshid, then Ibrahim Quli Qutub Shah, Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, Muhammad Qutub Shah, Abdullah Hussain Qutub Shah, Abul Hasan Tanisha. In all the period how literature developed, that you have to remember, and art and architecture developed, that also you have to. Charminar, Chandan Mahal, Dad Mahal, Qudad Mahal, Darushifa Hospital, all these established by Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah. Suppose if you see Ibrahim Quli, Hussain Sagar, okay, Ibrahim Patnam Tank, Langar House, okay, public gardens, Purana Pool Bridge on the river Musi, like that, each and every point you have to write in Qutub Shahis. Okay, literature, art and architecture in the period of this one. Contemporary kingdoms, okay. So the South Indian kingdoms, like that, the question that was asked. Mainly this Qutub Shahis, that is important. So after that, so prior to that, Reddy kingdom, that is also important. How this Reddy kingdom, that is also important. Okay, like this you have to remember. So the question and answers only. In every chapter we are going to discuss important questions, not only important, each and every topic we are going to discuss. So and we are going to write all the important points, because your task is, so don't go beyond 200 words. So just one page, this side, that side, if you write, that is sufficient. Because within 3 hours, how many questions you have to write? 15 questions. 15 questions. 180 minutes by 15, then in 12 minutes only you have to complete the answer. That is very, very important. Okay. So like that you have to maintain time. Time management is very, very important. Then you see third chapter, Mughal administration. Okay. Socio-religious life, cultural developments, so rise of Maratha Empire, advent of Europeans in India. So all these they are there in this, especially how the questions are asked in Mughal administration. Sometimes Akbar, he was considered the greatest ruler, discuss. Or Deen-e-Ilahi, introduced by Akbar, write in brief. Okay, Ibadat Khana, write in brief. Or, so this art and architecture developed in the period of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan's period is called golden age for art and architecture, write in brief. So like that any question may be asked in Mughal Empire. Then socio-religious life, cultural development, so that is also one of the important areas. So we have rise of Maratha Empire, mainly Shivaji. Shivaji's administration, Ashtapradhans. 8 ministers lived in the court of Shivaji, they are called Ashtapradhans. Administration of Shivaji like that, question may be asked, we have to remember. Then advent of Europeans in India, contribution of the Portuguese to Indian society, how the British established their supremacy or power in India, write in brief. Okay. Right, Battle of Buxar, Battle of Plassey, short questions only they may be asked. Okay. Big question in the sense, supremacy, how the British established their power in India, write in brief like that question may be asked. So trade practices, East India Company, hegemony, changes in social and cultural space of Christian missionaries. So how these Christian missionaries came to India, what is their role? Okay, like that. So here, so in every chapter we have to write only one question. They will ask 2 questions. One big question, 2 short questions. Or sometimes 3 short questions also asked in the examination, that we have to remember. Then after, you see 4th chapter. In this rise of British rule in India from 1757 to, okay, 1757 to, 4th one is big chapter, you see. 4th chapter is a big one. So here, so your task is rise of British rule from 1757 to 1856, that's one. So this land revenue settlements I have to write. So in land revenue settlements only the Raitwari system, Mahalwari system, then at the same time, okay, Jamindari system, all these you have to write. Mahalwari, Jamindari systems. So in short questions only they are expected, you have to remember. Then 1857 revolt is very, very important. What are the causes and consequences of 1857 revolt? Causes or results of 1857 revolt. Why this 1857 revolt proved failure completely? Discuss. Like that question may be asked. Whichever the question it may be, you can answer. So and its impact. So changes, rise of national consciousness and changes in movements, especially in 19th century. So here, every time question is asked on Rajaram Mohan Rai, Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Rajaram Mohan Rai's contribution to Indian society. Then you have to write Rajaram Mohan Rai, Brahma Samaj. What principles are there in Brahma Samaj? All these important points you have to write. Dayananda Saraswati, Arya Samaj. In the year 1875, Arya Samaj came into force. What are the important principles of Arya Samaj? Even you have to write Suddhi movement. Previously, some people converted into other religions. Once again, Swami Dayananda Saraswati welcomed those people to embrace Hinduism. That is called Suddhi. He was called Indian Martin Luther. Swami Dayananda Saraswati's book Satyartha Prakashika is called Bible of Arya Samaj. Right, like that, you have to remember. Then you have to write Swami Vivekananda, Anibisant, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. You see all characters. Sometimes, so contribution of Swami Vivekananda may be asked, or Anibisant also. Anibisant, he belongs to Ireland. Came to India in the year 1893, joined Theosophical Society, became chairperson of Theosophical Society in the year 1907. After that, he was the first man to become president of INC, Indian National Congress, Calcutta session 1917, headed by Anibisant. Home Rule League 1916 by Anibisant. Like that, contribution of Anibisant in the sense how enlightenment that was brought in the society, that all we have to write. Anibisant, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So this Aligarh Muslim University that was started by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, how changes were brought in Muslim community, that we have to see, right? So then, rise of Indian nationalism, activities of Indian National Congress. What are the demands made by Indian National Congress? Question may be asked. Then Vande Mataram movement, that is also one of the Vande Mataram movement, self-respect movement. Self-respect movement, that's in the year 1925. Jyotiba Phule, 1873, Satyashodak Samaj that was started. Narayana Guru, Ejava movement that was started. Ejava movement we are calling. So characters also may be asked in the examination. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar. E. Road Venkatappa Ramaswamy Nayakar we are calling. Self-respect movement that was started by this one. Self-respect movement that may be asked in the examination. You have to remember all these, right? So like that, each and every question you have to write. E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar. Role of Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose. And the Satyagraha, Quit India movement, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's contribution, etc. They are asked in the examination. Whichever the question it may be, you can answer, because we are going to discuss each and everything clearly, in depth we are going to. Okay. So high quality videos are uploaded to you. So your task is watching this especially videos and making notes, remembering them, reproducing them, that is very important. Okay. So just one time you can see, second time also, third time you can learn automatically. Like that, so you have to remember the things well. So definitely you can get success in this examination. Then, so this coming to this, so Indian national movement. So this fifth chapter, Indian nationalism, three phases. Freedom struggle, 1885 to 1905, then 1905 and 1920. So 1920, 1947, three phases they are there. One is moderate era, one is extremist era, one is Gandhian era. Three phases they are there. We have to see all these, because in the examination sometimes write about Home Rule League, write about non-cooperation movement started by Gandhi, write about civil disobedience movement started by Gandhi, Quit India movement by Gandhi. Like that, any question may be asked in the examination. You have to be thorough with this. Okay, three phases of Indian freedom struggle, that is very, very important. That you have to remember. Okay, so like that, so this Indian national movement, that is very, very important. You have to remember this one. Okay, Indian nationalism, three phases. Freedom struggle, 1885 to 1905. This is called moderate era. Then, so after that, so this extremist era, that is there up to 1920. 1920, 47, Gandhian era we can say. Peasant movements, women, tribal, workers movements. So then role of different political parties in freedom struggle. Local and regional movements they also started. Okay. Interreligious unity and communalism. So independence and partition of India. At last India that was partitioned in the year 1947, you know well. Lord Mountbatten, he only prepared India Independence Act. That's why it is also called Mountbatten Plan. Rehabilitation after a partition, linguistic reorganization states. Okay, SRC was appointed, you know well. SRC, States Reorganization Commission. Otherwise, Fazl Ali was the chairperson. Hence, we are calling this one as Fazl Ali Commission. Any question may be asked, you must be thorough, right? So, like that here, these are all the things. Constitution, economic policies, foreign policy initiatives, all these may be asked in the examination. You must be thorough with this. Then, history and culture of Andhra Pradesh, that is also one area. In this also you have to write 5 questions. History and culture of Andhra Pradesh. Here 5 chapters are given. In AP history also you have 5 chapters. Indian history 5 chapters, 5 questions you have to answer. AP history 5 chapters, 5 questions you have to write. Then geography 5 questions, 5 chapters. Like that, second paper consists of, so these 3 areas, 3 sections. First section Indian history, second section AP history, third section geography. In geography also you have to write 5 questions, like that. Mainly here Indian history 5 chapters, you know. So then coming to AP history, so what areas are there, you see once. Okay, so coming to this one, if you see Shatavahanas, once again that is there. Shatavahanas, the Ikshwakus, Salankayanas, etc. Vishnukundins. So all these economic conditions, religion, language, literature, art and architecture, like that, all questions are there. In this especially Shatavahanas, write about socio-economic, religious conditions of Shatavahanas, like that question may be. Otherwise, literature, art and architecture developed in the period of Shatavahanas or Ikshwakus. or Vishnu Kundins? Like that question may be asked. Vishnu Kundins, that is important because art and architecture that developed well in the period of this one. Undavalli caves, Mughal Rajapuram caves, Bhairavakonda caves, all these developed in the period of Vishnu Kundins only. So whose period they all developed? What are the features of that architecture that we have to see? In this, especially Vishnu Kundins, social and religious conditions, language, all these. Then Jainism and Buddhism in Andhra. How this Jainism and Buddhism developed in Andhra? So main important Jain centers we have to write. In Shatavahana's period, one of the Jain monks lived was Konda Kundacharya. Konda Kundacharya. He was also called Padmanandi Bhattaraka. Okay. Number of books are authored by this one. You have to remember. Okay. So like that Jainism and Buddhism. How Buddhism developed in Andhra? So in Andhra, in the period of Ikshvakus, Veera Purushadatta's period is called Golden Age discussed. Like that question may be asked. You have to answer. Like this, each and everything you have to go through. Okay, without leaving a single question. I told you. Suppose if you leave 2 questions, you will lose 20 marks. Out of 130, it is not possible to secure 100 above. That's why, so your task is you have to prepare well. That is very, very important, right? So then coming to Eastern Chalukyas, Jainism, Buddhism, that is there. Eastern Chalukyas, Rashtrakutas, Renati Cholas. So all these script, language, literature like that. So you can write all these. Okay. Then coming to medieval history, socio-cultural. So religious conditions in Andhra Desha 1002. So there is especially, so there is 1565 AD. That is the task. So 1000 to 1625 in the sense here you have to see Kakatiyas, Reddy Kingdom, Vijayanagar Empire, Qutub Shahis, all these areas. So we have to see in that. So there is especially growth of language, literature, fine arts, all these. Especially in the period of, you see, Kakatiyas, that is there. So Reddy Kingdom, that is there. Gajapatis, that is there. Then Vijayanagar Empire and feudatories, that is also. Then Qutub Shahis. These areas we have to. So there is Prajakavi, Vemana and others. So all these areas you have to. In this especially, write about socio-economic religious conditions of Kakatiyas, literature, art and architecture of Kakatiyas, or write about Rudramadevi's contribution, how she was greatest ruler, one of the important rulers, like that question may be asked. Write about Ganapati Deva's administration, like that question may be asked. Okay, like that, any question. In Reddy Kingdom also, Vijayanagar Empire also. Mainly, they will focus on literature, art and architecture, conditions. That you have to remember well. Okay, so like that, this is the one of the chapters that is asked. Okay, so here 4 important areas or 5 important areas you have to remember in this second chapter. One is Kakatiyas, one is Reddy Kingdom, one is Vijayanagar Empire, Gajapatis, Qutub Shahis of Golconda. These are the areas. Okay, if you learn all the important questions, then it becomes easy. You can present your answer well, right? So then, modern. So this in modern European trade establishments in Andhra Desha. How these trade relations, trade and commerce that was established. Who were the first people, first Europeans to come to Andhra? The Dutch. Second one, the British. Third one, the French. Fourth one, the Portuguese. They are the last people to come to Andhra. Trade settlements we have to see, and Andhra Desha under company rule. Christian missionaries we have to. Socio-cultural literary awakening, C.P. Brown, Thomas Munro, Sir Colonel Mackenzie, Jamindari system, polygar system, so etc. we have to see. Role of social reforms, Gurajada Apparao, Kandukuri Vireshalingam Bantulu. We have to see all social reformers. Gurajada Apparao, one of the important poets and social reformers, condemned caste system, child marriages, okay, at the same time. So, aged marriages, etc. they were all condemned by Gurajada Apparao, we can say, right? So, regarding caste, he said what in the sense? One is good, one is bad. These 2 things only you have to think. So, there is caste, kulam, okay. So, there is a caste, that is a word derived from, so casta, C-A-S-T-A, casta, from Spanish word. Casta is the Spanish word. First time the word caste that is used by the Portuguese. But in olden days itself, this caste existed in Varna system. Okay, like that. To abolish this caste system, he did a lot like that, he said. He said, Gurajada Apparao, Manchi Chedu. ఓకే, మంచి చెడులను ఎంచి చూడగ మనుజులందున రెండు కులములు, మంచి అన్నది మాలయ అయితే నేను మాలని అగుదను, లైక్ దాట్ హీ సెడ్. ఈ శిరోమణి మనుషులుంటే దేశమే గతి బాగుపడునోయ్. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ ఫర్ మీ లైక్ దట్, ఇఫ్ యూ థింక్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. ఈ శిరోమణి మనుషులుంటే దేశమే గతి బాగుపడునోయ్, లైక్ దాట్. సో దేర్ ఇస్ దేశం అంటే మట్టి కాదు, దేశం అంటే మనుషులే. కంట్రీ ఈజ్ నాట్ ద సాయిల్ బట్ ద పీపుల్, like that, motivated people, inspired people. Kantukuri Veereshlingam Pantulu, he was called South Indian Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, South Indian Rajaram Mohan Rai. Contributions we have to write. Number of newspapers they are there: Vekavardhini, Hasa Sanjivani, Sadehita Bodhini, Satyavadini, Satya Samvardhini, Telugu Janana, Chintamani. Number of newspapers they are started by this one. Raghupati Venkatratnam Naidu, okay, Brahmarshi. So there's modern Socrates, gentleman, so many titles they are there. Okay, like that. So Gidugu Ramamurthy Naidu, so one of the important characters. Anivicent, one of the important library movements. Iyenki Venkatramana is called father of library movement in Andhra. Iyenki Venkatramana. Okay, he is called father of library movement in Andhra. So that we have to see. Then role of newspapers, folk and tribal culture, traditions, so subaltern culture. So all these, okay, so we have to see all these important areas, right? So the subaltern culture indicates what, in the sense people who migrated and developed their culture, that is called subaltern culture, right? So like that, so all these are the important areas you have to remember in this 8th chapter. So each and everything you have to write, right? So then 9th one, nationalist movement role in Andhra. So that is especially you have to write Justice Party and all important areas you have to, right? So 9th chapter, if you see, national movement role of Andhra leaders, Justice Party that was started. So this Justice Party that came to power in the year 1920 in Madras. So Subbarayal Reddyari was the first CM of Justice Party. It continued till 1937. Okay, so non-Brahmin movements were started by E.V. Ramaswamy Nayakar, etc. So the nationalist and revolutionary literature, especially Gurram Joshua, Boi Bhimanna. Gurram Joshua belongs to Dalit community. So at the same time, Boi Bhimanna, okay, Paleru, Kulirazu, Gudiselu Kalipothunnayi, all these are written by this Boi Bhimanna, like that we can say. Gurram Joshua, number of books are there. Deepa Sabha, Tajma, this number of books they are there. Firdausi, all these are written by this Gurram Joshua. Okay, contribution. Garimella Satyanarayana, Rayaprolu Subbarao, Unnava Lakshmi Narayana, Sir Ramaswamy Chowdhury and others. So Andhra Mahasabhas we have to write. Andhra Mahasabhas importance. Andhra Mahasabhas they started in the year 1913 and continued. 29 Mahasabhas are there. Only few important you can write, at least 10. Okay, so like that 1913, 14, 15, 16, like that. So important Mahasabhas you can write, right? Andhra Mahasabhas in demanding separate state from Madras presidency. From Madras region, Andhra Mahasabhas were conducted. 1913, first Mahasabha, that was Bapatla. Second one, Vijayawada. Third one, Visakhapatnam. Fourth one, Kakinada. Fifth one, Nellore. These 5 are very, very important, right? So like that, first one, B.N. Sharma, he was the chairperson. Second one, Napati Subbarao. So third one, Panuganti Raja Ramaroy and Ingar. Fourth one, Mocharla Ramachandra Rao. Fifth one, so Deshabhakta Konda Venkatappaya. Like that, Andhra Mahasabhas, that's one of the important. Andhra movement prominent leaders, Alluri Sitaram Raju. Okay, Rampa Rebellion we have to see. Alluri Sitaram Raju started Rampa Rebellion 1922 to 1924. Okay, so Rampa Rebellion, Alluri Sitaram Raju. Then Chirala Perala leader, Duggirala Gopala Krishnaya. Duggirala Gopala Krishnaya. Then Konda Venkatappaya, Deshabhakta Konda Venkatappaya, one of the important characters. All these are the characters, they may be asked. Then Patabi Sitaramaya, Bogarazu Patabi Sitaramaya, founder of Andhra Bank. So at the same time worked as treasurer in INC. I wrote the book History of Congress. History of Congress is written by Bogarazu Patabi Sitaramaya. Gandhiism, that was also written by this one. Feathers and Stones, that was a book written by this one. Like that, Panaka Kanakamma, one of the important women we have to read. So Dakka Sithamma. Then Grandhalaya movement. Iyenki Venkatramana, he was called father of library movement. So there is Gadicherla Harisarvotthama Rao, he was called Andhra Tilak. Then Kasinathuni Nageshwara Pantulu. Kasinathuni, Deshodharaka Kasinathuni Nageshwara Pantulu. Contribution of this Deshodharaka Kasinathuni Nageshwara Pantulu. Potti Sriramulu Sangha strike. Formation of Andhra state in the year 1953. At last, Andhra state came into force on 1st October 1953. Kurnool became the capital. So this Andhra Kesari Tanguturi Prakasham Pantulo became the first chief minister. Chandulal Madhav Trivedi was the first governor. Nallapati Venkatramaya first speaker, like that. So this Andhra state came into force. So then Andhra Pradesh came into force in the year 1956. In which year? 1956 only. Andhra Pradesh 1956 to 2014. Causes of bifurcation June 2nd. So these are all the topics we have to see. These are all the areas we have to see in this. Okay. These are all the important areas we have to see. So in this nationalist movement, like that. So these are all the important areas we have to see in this one. Okay. So this especially. So Indian history. Okay. You have to write 5 questions. So 5 questions you have to write. AP also you have to write 5 questions. Okay, 5 questions you have to write. So total, so here 50 marks you are going to get, here also 50. So it indicates 100. Okay, then coming to geography, so 50 marks, total 150 marks. Coming to books, what books you have to prepare for this one if you see. Coming to Indian history, ancient, medieval, modern. You can go through NCERT books, otherwise you can go through Grover and Grover, that is one. Okay, ancient R.S. Sharma you can go through. Okay, so then modern India you can go through this Bipin Chandra, Satish Chandra, medieval India, Satish Chandra, medieval India, Bipin Chandra, modern India. So then ancient India, so you have to like that. So that's one area you have to prepare Grover and Grover. Otherwise, degree BA first year, second year books you have to prepare. Degree BA first year, second year. So English medium they are available, you can go through. Coming to AP history, in English medium PR Rao is available. In Telugu medium, BSL Mantrao, PVK Prasad Rao, PR Rao, Chilukuri Veerabhadra Rao, Kandavalli Lakshmi Ranjanam. These are all the books available. You can go through any 2 books. Okay, BSL Mantrao, so PVK Prasad Rao we can go through. So there is good books, especially authentic books. Private books they are also available. You can go through if you want. So like that anyhow, writing practice is very, very important. All of a sudden, it is not possible to write the things. Every day at least you have to write 2 to 3 questions. If you are preparing really for group 1 examination, so definitely every day you have to write at least 3 questions, 4 questions, 5 questions like that. So fix up time 1 hour, every day you write 5 questions. 1 hour you have to allocate. Whether it is political science you can write, or history you can write, AP history you can write, geography you can write, or essay you can write, like that. Anyhow, every day you write some 5 questions. 1 hour you have to allocate. Okay. So this prelims preparation is important as well as mains preparation also. At least by the time they give this notification, so you have to finish off at least 2 papers in mains. In mains, one is the second paper, one is third paper. Essay you can go through later, because so current events also should be added to that one. So essay you can prepare later. So at least the second paper, third paper or fourth paper, like that. So you have to, right? So this is all something about your main examination. Time management is very important. So this recapitulation, remembering the things is very, very important. Because once if you learn, if you give up it for 10 days or 15 days, you will forget 50%. That's why again and again, repeatedly you have to cover the things, remember the things. Okay, revision is very important, that you have to remember. Okay, so go through authentic books, so write notes, make notes, and so high quality videos are uploaded to you. You download Amrita IAS Academy app. Okay, so and you are going to get all the things, right? So okay, thank you.